we're struggling with B2B, finding those business owners, getting them in as clients.
We overcomplicate things. We believe that motivation precedes action. It's false. Action precedes motivation.
So I don't want to make it too long, but Mike and I started CX360 after my previous boss ripped them. Yeah. So Mike was a client. They were doing leads for health insurance. They were health insurance agents, and they used to be our clients when I was working with my previous bosses. And long story short, my previous boss in Tulsa ripped us off and ripped all of our clients off.
So
Yep.
I'm curious. So when you find out all this, after that you got with Mike and was like, we need some revenue. We got to start something, or like, how did that all go about?
It was kind of in the middle of me finding it out and also finding out that he had been using his partners, like life partner, personal information to gain credit. Yeah. So he'd already tanked her about 200 grand in. So within all of it, I knew Mike as a client, but I also knew that what they were doing with leads was something that I was really familiar with.
Yeah.
So when it was all going down, I just knew that I had to do right by clients like Mike, who I could still help with what I'd learned along the way, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. So This whole crappy thing happens. The world's kind of falling apart. You have no revenue. Now you're like, all right, I can do this, and I can actually do it for these great clients. And then you kind of go out and you're starting essentially from scratch, right? With all this background experience.
Yep.
And is Mike a partner in this now, or?
Mike is my partner. Yeah.
So,
okay. Cool. Perfect.
So yeah, this was 2 years ago. We got together and started CX360, which is built on a high level, but we also offer SEO, search engine marketing, direct mail, all those sorts of things.
Okay.
Data analytics, client acquisition, all that back and forth in terms of determining where clients are coming from or where the customers really interact with everything.
All right, so full service. Tell me about the niches that y'all currently work in.
That's kind of the problem, I think. And not the problem, but we've never focused on a niche. I'm a little sponge, so I learn, similar to Karen, I just learn by listening and doing and observing and all that. All of our clients to date have all been referrals from one way, shape, or form. So where we're really struggling is to get connected to new people that have nothing to do with the referral. And that's kind of where we're tanking.
Where are you guys at right now in the business, like in terms of size? Like how many clients, how much in revenue, like more or less?
Active clients, I think we're at 45.
Yes.
Revenue-wise, annually, we have been 300, 330. These last few months, we kind of went from, 18 grand in recurring revenue down to about 8.
Okay, I get all of this. What do you think right now the big bottleneck is, right? Like, all right, we have 18 minutes to solve one problem. What is the problem that if we solve that one, it would open up the bottle?
Customer acquisition for us. Business acquisition. We're great at getting our customers, clients, B2C, but we're struggling with B2B, finding those business owners, getting them in as clients.
Are you sure it's your biggest problem?
Yes. I mean, I know
if we get people on a call, we close them.
Yeah. If we get people on the call, we close them. Our retention has historically been pretty good. Where we lose clients is, hey, they go out of business. Hey, their business got sold. Hey, they merged with someone else, and they already had systems and they don't want to use ours. We tend to retain pretty well. It's really just a matter of we're not getting people on calls. I would say that's our number one issue.
With the package that you would like to sell, how much do you charge? Right?
$1,200 a month.
$1,200 a month.
So
Okay, and you've been selling that for over a year?
Yes.
How many total clients have you sold in the last 12 months?
Total clients at that price point, or
Yeah. Anything $800 and above?
New ones, I'd say 3.
3 or 4, yeah.
All right, customer acquisition. I'll allow it to stay. Here's what I think. And I'm gonna show you kind of the recipe. I happen to know a lot about the agency scaling, right? We sold the first one. I think we had about 300 employees when I left, and then we got the next one up to about 200. And so I know this business, but I will say, like, when I say retention is a subject of real high quality work. And the fact that you told me most of my business comes through referrals, right? Which I 100%, we got to about $1 million in revenue without doing any type of like major sales marketing strategy. We just focused on the best of the best, so to speak. Now, I mix that with what I'm going to tell you here in a few minutes on how I gained clients. But because you said you've only brought in 3, if you were like, we brought in 15 clients, then I would argue that, well, you've lost half of them, mathematically speaking. But you only brought in 3, which means you haven't lost a lot. And you're accurate with your churn. So I'm okay with that. So let's talk about the sales process then that you've got right now. Before I go into that, so Mike and Nicole, you guys are partners. What do you do right now? Like, what's the goal? Like, you're trying to get to $1 million in revenue, $2 million in revenue. Like, why? I mean, entrepreneurship is really hard. Like, where are you headed with this?
Yeah, so get to $1 million so that we can employ people in our community, so that we can have a business that's going to stand on its own 2 feet for years to come and continue to grow. I think to me that $1 million in revenue is, hey, now we can start actually doing things on a bigger scale.
Okay.
And helping more small businesses. Yeah.
What are you doing right now from a lead, like not even lead? We're not even gonna talk about leads because you guys are not sales guys, right? Like 1 out of 10, you're 1 in a sales minded, right?
I'm definitely not. I can't sell. Part of me just can't do the manipulation side of it, like physically.
What? What did you just say, Nicole?
If I believe in it, I can sell you anything. But
okay.
I don't. Yeah. Mike, on the other hand, has done sales in the past. Like, he was a health insurance agent and definitely can do sales.
Mike, 1 to 10, where are you at? 10 being the greatest sales guy of all time.
I'd say a 7.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, here's what we're gonna do. What are you doing right now from a marketing? Let's just delete the word sales from our tongue for this conversation, because it can be daunting. Like, how many new relationships or contacts or people are you adding every month to your list, or to high level, or to whatever?
In real life, going out, I've added 2. So that was the political campaign and the local political party in the past month. We're making that more of an effort. Recently, we were also trying our hand with, Facebook and Instagram ads, and we did the email campaigns on like prospecting tools with businesses, without websites and et cetera.
You don't need any of the ads going. Y'all shouldn't have any of the ads going right now. Just so you know, cool. I don't think anyways.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because there's going to be much lower hanging fruit that's going to be a lot more profitable for you.
That's kind of what we're finding, is those ads aren't generated. Even with, everyone at the conference was talking about micro offers. We're just not seeing that work.
How many new relationships have you gotten? Like, how many new contacts? How many new,
I'd say 10 to 11.
Okay. And like,
where they're business owners.
Okay. And what are you doing with those? Like, when you get those 11, are they kind of in your head? Are you putting them in high level? Are you, what are you doing?
I'm tracking them. I'm a pen and paper sort of guy with that sort of thing. There's only 10. Cool. If it was more than that.
All right. Have you ever seen my hot list strategy that I talk about, Nicole or Mike?
No.
That's what we're gonna do. Okay. It's gonna be so simple, but I swear to you, it is like losing 5 pounds. If you eat less than you burn, you will lose weight, right? It's mathematically impossible to not do it, correct?
Yeah.
All right, what I'm going to tell you is I promise it'll work. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. You're going to create an Excel spreadsheet. Y'all are sheets people like Google?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Well,
Yes.
All right,
yeah.
you're going to get a sheet and you're going to create 2 tabs. Nicole, you're not going to be exempt for this right now in this season of business. All right, so
I'm both.
one is Nicole's tab and one's my tab, all right? And you guys are going to be accountability partners, okay? So here's what you're going to put at the top of your sheet, all right? The first column is going to be name, okay? Name. The next column is going to be date added. You're going to put a formula there so you can put a date in that column, okay? The next column is going to be stage. The next 2 are the most important, all right? The most important. The title of the next one is called Next Outreach. That is also going to be a date column. And then the next column is just going to be notes. All right, now hear me out on this. I'm recording it and I'm gonna send it to you so you can have, right? So name obviously is name, right? I put Mike on mine, right? Date added. Every single day, Mike, Nicole, you're gonna add 5 people to this list. All right? I know that sounds daunting, but hear me out. This is not a sales list. It is a relationships list. We're gonna add 5 people, each of you, every single day to this list. The next one is stage. So make this as simple as possible. Just like not talk to or new lead, in communication, interested, and then close one, close lost. That's it. Just 5. Simple. We want this simple as possible. The next one is going to be next outreach. Here's the deal with this. Every single person, hear me when I say this, every single person you have a relationship with should have I'm going to talk to you next week, next month, next year, next quarter, next whatever. The reason we fail as people in, I'm going to use the word sales, is most of the time is because we just don't follow through the relationship. You probably had in January 4 or 5 guys that was like on the fence, kind of interested, that just didn't close. And because you didn't close, you got annoyed, you didn't want to bother them, and you stopped outreach. I know you do it because I do it. And so every day we add 5. And then in the notes, we're going to make the most simplified notes thing you can ever imagine. We're going to go into the cell, right, to the right of the person. And you're going to type 6/30, which is the date, dash, and then I'm going to write my notes. Just send him a WhatsApp, waiting on his response. Just email, waiting on a response. Had a call, this is what happened. Saw it was his birthday, wished him happy birthday. I don't care. I'm not encouraging you to have a sales conversation every time you talk. What I'm encouraging you to do is just have conversations. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Keep the communication going, yes.
It's all it is. Because here's the deal. If I was talking to the ugliest, weirdest kid in college who was like, JC, I really want to date. You know what I would tell him? Like, do you think I would train him like for hours and hours and hours and give him the best system? No, I would just say like, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to find 5 girls to talk to today. And every single weekday across 20 days, I just want you to talk to 100 girls. What's going to happen after he talks to 100 girls? He gets more confident. He's easygoing. He doesn't really care how it works out. He just puts in reps. And guess what? If I slowly get him where we talk about business a little bit, right? Like, hey, we should have lunch or this or that. There's bound to be 2 or 3 or 4 of those girls that even out of pity, they're like, sure, let me go for it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And the best part about this, I want to put this in your zone of genius, which is I can tell by the first of the call you care about people. Like you went through this bad experience. Like you know what it's like for people to let down. So like I just want you to serve people. And I know that if you serve them through conversation, they will eventually follow up. So here's what the game plan is. Every single day from a sales standpoint, your only goal is you're at 5 people to list. So guess what? At the end of the month, you're going to have 200 people that you're just chatting with between the both of you. Where I want you to find those people, all right? Proposals that you've sent already that never closed. Ex-clients that left you that you're going to follow up with just to see how life's going. It could be people that you find on Facebook that are friends. It could be new acquaintances. It could be associations. It could be chambers. It could be, I don't care where you get them. They could be the hottest lead in the world or the coldest lead in the world. I don't care. All I want you to do is add 5 a day. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now, there's going to be a day, Mike, where you've got 400 of them. And you're like, JC, like, yeah, out of the 400, some is like, you know, if I told you, Mike, no, I'm not interested. You're going to be like, that's awesome, dude. Is it crazy? Is it cool? Like 6 months from now, if I followed up just, you know, out of nowhere. Yeah, sure. I don't care. Put it 6 months down the road. Put it a year down the road. I don't care how often, but there's 400 people. Once you get to 400 people, Mike, now we can become more efficient, meaning add 5 and drop 5 every day. All right, I've talked to this guy for 2 years now. The conversation's never gone through how's the kids doing. Let me drop those 5 off. Let me add 5. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if I'm in your scenario, I'm going to add another thing to the list. How many times are y'all posting on Facebook? That's where I like to live.
Now we're doing it daily.
Daily.
As of the last month.
So one time a day.
Yes.
All right, beautiful. That's great.
Sometimes 2.
I like that. I do 6 a day, and I want to encourage you to ramp that up. I think here's the cool thing. Why do you only post 1 time a day? Is it a time thing? Is it I just don't have that much to say to the world? Is it kind of like a fear of like what other people, like they're going to get annoyed by my stuff? Like what's the number one reason why you don't post more?
I think neither of us have ever posted. So doing once a day is already progress, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, great. I get it. I think you could post more because just based on what you're telling me, you have more to say. And here's what I want to encourage you on this is let's say, go to 3, go to 4, whatever. I just want to encourage you to do more. Everybody that likes your post, boom, that can be added to the hot list, right? Everyone who you engage. So I want to encourage you to spend 30 minutes to 45 minutes every morning doing this because you have the time to. I would encourage you to lift the post, let's say 4 times a day. 3 of those should be personal. About you, Nicole, tell about your life, your story, your family, you're this, you're that. We don't work there. You know how many marketing agencies all tell me that they can help me grow? Like a billion. So I want you to post 4 times a day. I want you to do this. The other thing I want you to add to your plate here, and don't overthink this. Give yourself 30 minutes to make 6 posts, so 20 minutes to make 4. And if you go to if you're at the end of the 20, just whatever the latest photo is, I don't care. Just I want you to post 4 times a day and give yourself a very specific amount of time. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to spend 15 to 20 minutes every single day, both of you on your calendar, engaging with other people. Comment on other people's stuff. If someone comments on your post that you really don't know super well, what do?
I like them.
Well, yeah. You reply back. You maybe go to their profile to say like, hey, who is this guy? What are they up to? Why are they engaging?
Stop them and then interact. Yeah.
Exactly right. So every day I'm going to post my 4 times. I'm going to engage with at least 20 or so posts from other people, and then every day I'm going to add 5 people to my list. And then here's the last thing to this that helps me, okay? Because I got that 2.1 education. I'm not super smart. I just build systems and follow them to a T. Is that on the next day, one of you guys are operations people, like really good at sheets?
Both of us, yeah.
Okay, great. I have a conditional format. So on the date of next conversation, okay, don't lie to yourself. Don't put the date and then move it later and then move it later and keep moving it down the road. If you're going to say, I'm following up in 2 weeks, follow up in 2 weeks. Again, I don't care how depth you go in. I don't care that it's a proposal. I don't care. You'll eventually get there. You have 20 conversations with a girl. You're going to find yourself on a date at some point, right? It's just kind of how it works, right? And so what I want you to do here is I just have a conditional formatting. So it's dark green if it's today, I need to do it today. It's red if it's behind date, which we don't do red, right? And then it's another color just as normal. So when I wake up in the morning, I post my post, I engage with my 10, and then I look at my hot list and I say, hey, I have 6 people to follow up with. I follow up with those 6 people, and then I add 5, and boom, that is your sales process. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the most simplified way, and I like it, and you're gonna like this too, Mike, because I can look at one tab and literally see everyone. And if someone calls in and you're like, oh, Nicole knows this person, I don't. Well, then you just go to her tab, do a control find, type in the name, and boom, you got the notes right there in 2 seconds. Right? Now, if I have a salesperson, they're using high level, right? I want those processes and the systems and all that stuff. But for me as a CEO, this is by far the best system I've ever used. And it is how we have every single one of my companies operates, that is ran by the operator, sales are done by the operator. Does this make sense?
Totally, yeah.
Sure, it does.
It's just putting in the reps, guys. We overcomplicate things. And the other thing we do here, and I was just thinking about this yesterday on another consulting call that I was doing, right? We believe that motivation precedes action. Okay, I'm going to get motivated. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm getting expired, so I'm going to. I just read a book, and so now That's false. It's false. Action precedes motivation. What I mean by that is when you go to the gym, you leave way more excited. You've never left the gym going, that sucks. Like, I feel less strong. Man, I would no. Like, you leave the gym feeling like, okay, I can do this. And the same thing that's going to happen here, right? If you just do these 5 steps, like whatever it is, you're going to leave knowing the next day you could do it a little bit better.